Hello everyone, welcome to S.E.R.L Studios presented by Shruti Arun
and Eleanor Anil.
When one thinks of the word Bollywood, a few things come to mind. Dance, music, and bright colours. But have you ever thought about how Bollywood came to be? The causes that led up to the largest film industry in the world, and the consequences, both positive and dark, that came out of it.
The city of Mumbai. Where better to find out about Bollywood? It's chaotic, it's colourful, and everyone wants to be a film star. The city has the glamour, the fans, and the world's largest film industry. The size of it puts Hollywood to shame, as Bollywood makes about thousands of movies every single year. And considering the iconic backdrops India provides, it's not surprising.
The Indian film industry dates back to 1913 and has achieved steady growth ever since. The first full-length feature film made in India was the 1913 silent film Raja Harishchandra from director Dadasaheb Phalke. The first talkie film was released in 1931, by which time India was producing more than 100 films a year.
How did different people, ideas, and events impact the 1930s Bollywood industry economically? The power of Bollywood is driving India as a soft power that is not only promoting Indian culture, its songs, dances, values, and beliefs, but is also drawing huge revenues into the country. In 2019, Indian cinema box office revenues were over US $2.5 billion in the services sector, which accounts for more than 50% of the Indian economy.
Similarly, World War II resulted in high inflation, which accounted for war expenditure. Value of Indian currency significantly decreased, and there were economic imbalances due to currency exchange problems and the development of exchange control. Bollywood saw a significant decrease in the number of movies being produced. Downfall in India's cinema influenced by World War II caused an imbalance in entertainment.
As a consequence, Bollywood is responsible for 40% of India's income, as well as the yearly growth rate is unexpectedly high, ranging between 1 and 20%. Various analysts have rated this industry as the second most important domain for India's growth.
Taj Mahal and the Golden Temple, some of the most photogenic landmarks in the world, attracts over 2.5 million visitors a year, glamorizing India and portraying India as a wealthy, developed, and prosperous nation.
Though theatres already existed prior to the 1930s, they began to be located in local shopping malls, enforcing spending, manipulating consumers to watch more films. This led to a greater flow of money in the Indian economy and increased consumer spending substantially.
How did the drastic rise of Bollywood socially impact the Bollywood industry in the 1930s? With the population of India being around 352,837,778 in the 1930s, a great population meant that there were more money to spend in the economy, so more people viewed films at theatre, hence popularizing them.
The unawareness of contraceptive methods and protection resulted in a large population. However, as a consequence, India's beauty and wellness markets are growing 18% year over year, around twice as fast as those in the United States and Europe. The idea that females are dependent on others and can't independently live is always present in many movies, and they follow similar plots where a woman who has a passion or hobby must forget it once they are married, and they should always live only to serve their new family.
What was the cultural influence on various religions on the development of Bollywood films? Bollywood is not merely just a film industry. It is a cultural phenomenon. Bollywood is the Indian film industry based in Kerala. Beginning in 1928, just 2 years prior to the development of the Bollywood industry, Bollywood has significantly caused Bollywood.
Many movies started showcasing different rituals and norms of Hindus, and this resulted in Hinduism becoming more pronounced, not only throughout India but also overseas. After the successful accomplishment of Bollywood, many other smaller film industries became established, such as Kollywood, Gujarati, and even Punjabi films.
What caused the rise in production companies? During the 1930s, the entire film industry transformed and Hollywood became synonymous with big studio pictures and became the standard for movies around the world. Actors increasingly became idolized as stars, further intensifying the hype of the industry. This boost in production and income resulted in high-quality movies and slowly led to the development of colored films.
As a consequence, there was an increase in international recognition. Bollywood films are also marked by the era of globalization. As economic trade increased throughout the world, more Hindi films were subtitled and dubbed so that non-Indian and non-Hindi speaking audiences could enjoy them too.
Nowadays, Bollywood is a prominent, well-known industry throughout not only India, but the whole world. A lot of people, ideas, and places came together to make it Bollywood, a beautiful, amazing representation of our Indian culture.